Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super mega excited to be sharing this video with you guys because today we have to talk about this very amazing movie called Maria's Paradise. But before we get into further details and get into the relationship between Salome in this case and Malin, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and also if you have watched the movie, please let me know your personal opinion down below in the comments as well, because like I always say, your opinion does matter. So basically, the movie is set in the 1920s in Finland. The charismatic preacher Maria leads her devoted followers. Among them is the adoring Salomon, who basically befriends a local street girl, Malin. Her views are challenged, and she is torn between the promises of a newfound freedom and Maria's dangerous, all consuming love. This movie is very good. The content is good. The quality is good. The interaction of the girls is good. I just wish that the ending was different, but we will be getting into further details regarding it. So in the beginning, you can actually see that Salome, she was so devoted to Maria. Everything that Maria wanted from her, she got. She was devoted, she was loyal. She basically stood up for her every time someone who used to come for Maria and basically say anything that was untrue regarding her. Salome, she would be the first person to defend her. She was really loyal. But one day when she was actually with Maria, they went on a walk to do some shopping. She actually ends up seeing, Marlene in this case. She's a sweet girl, she's a person that goes after what she wants in order to try to make a living for herself. So that's the first time the two girls actually locked eyes. But as things go by, you can actually see that Marlene is the person who actually approached Salome in this case just to try to see who she is, what she does, because she's new in town. So just to figure out how they can build a relationship. But at the beginning, you can also see that Salome was very against this relationship because, of course, she is a religious girl in this case, and Malin, she's not. She doesn't believe in anything that Salome stands for. But one day, in this case, Malin, she actually ends up getting into trouble. She actually gets up beating up because she was involved with people she wasn't supposed to be involved with. And she, of course, went to seek for Salome's help. Salome was against it. She's like, no, you can't be here. You need to leave. You can't be here. But at the end of the day, Salome actually ended up finding a way to help Malin. And also Malin in this case helped Salome get out of a very serious situation that she was getting into, because at this point Maria, the leader of the cult in this case, is in prison because of a crime that she have committed. But in this case, Salome at the same time, she still believes that Maria is innocent and that's not the truth. So she still believes in her basically leader. So at this point, you can actually see that Marlene and Salome, they are living together in the, let's just say, in the cold house. They are building a relationship, a very strong bond. But things, is starting to turn dark because there's a lot of revelations that's coming to air. In this case, Maria, she was sent to 17 years in prison, and her partner as well. But there is another lady that is locked up, and it's just a whole nother toxic situation. But slowly, you can actually see that Marlene is starting to doubt, Maria. She's like, no, this woman isn't who she is or who she claims to be. She's not this miracle worker. You have to figure out what you want to do, Salome, because there will come upon it. I'm going to leave. I just feel like there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of things going on in this place that I can be part of. I just feel like this place is very unhealthy, especially after Maria basically escaped prison. She went back to their cult house and they was basically hiding her. And in this case, Salome, she was all the way committed to Maria again. And at this point, Marlene, she was ready to leave. She was really finished. She just couldn't take anything more that was coming out of this house, out of these fake beliefs and all of that. And she basically approached Salome and said, hey, I'm going to leave. It's time to leave. And some way, somehow, Marlene could, convince Salome to leave. But also on the other hand, Salome, she was so committed to Maria. She believed so much in her. She believed so much in her faith and where Maria is going to lead her in the future when it comes to religion and beliefs and all of that. So she ended up basically telling Maria that in this case, Marlene, she wants to leave, but she did it so innocently without knowing the consequences of what Marlene in this case and what Maria is actually capable of doing. So she told her, in some way, somehow, Marlene, she ended up being locked up because, Maria, she was against her basically escaping, even though she tells that you are free to go. If you want to leave, you can leave. They're not going to hold you against your will, but it's not the exact case. So when they found out that Malin wanted to leave and she knows too much secrets, too much of what is going on inside that house, so she basically, they had to lock her up. And of course, at this point, Salome, she was going through it. She was still trying to believe in Maria, but somewhere, somehow, there came a moment in point where she just realized that everything Maria was standing for, everything Maria was doing, and everything that she can see that Maria does is just, dangerous, and she's just all over evil. So at this point, it was too late for them. Yes, it's unfortunately too late, because Malin, she actually, was trying to escape, and she was so close of escaping and moving forward and just getting out of the house. When she just got out of the gate, the guy, the security, not the security, but also a member of the cult, saw her running and leaving. At this point, she was already beaten up, because they have beaten her up, and she was running in pain. And then the guy came behind her and unfortunately, did what he did, and he eliminated her. And of course, later on at the beginning, Maria, in this case, she lied to the everybody in the house, everybody in the cult, and basically told her now that Malin, she left and she's not part of them anymore. So at that point, Salome actually believed that that was the true version of it, but later on, she found a picture of in this case, Malin, that she knew Malin wouldn't leave behind if she actually left. And that's when she realized that Maria, basically said, in this case, eliminated Malin, and that for her was just a breaking point. So she actually ends up calling the police and telling the police that Maria was at the house. So they went and they basically, went to search for her. They couldn't find her at the beginning, but then, Salome actually saw Maria escaping. She went after her, and she actually ended up, trapping her so that the police can catch her. And that's the very moment when she realized she was finally free. And even though it's under the unfortunate situation that she actually had to lose, Marlene, in order for her to realize that, it's time for her to wake up and to accept things for what they are. But I still feel like this too, if they would have escaped together, they would have had a beautiful love story, because we could really see that Marlene cared for Salome. She really did. And Salome also, the way they cared for each other, they just built this bond, it was gonna be something romantic, but it just never got to that step, to that phase that I wish it would. And I feel like if Salome would have left when basically Marlene told her for them to leave, this movie would have had a whole different outcome. But in this case, Salome's commitment to Maria's and to her faith and her beliefs actually, got in the way of it. So yes, guys, once again, if you guys would like to know the full details regarding the movie, please go ahead and watch it. Once again, it's called Maria's Paradise. And yes, it's not in English. Yes, it's not in English, but you will understand it because the subtitles are available, and it's really good. So yes, you will have no worries regarding that. Thank you so much for all the love and all the support you guys been showing on the channel. And I also want to say, if I have mispronounced anything or said anything you don't understand, I truly apologize. I always try to keep it as clean as possible, but if I don't, hey, my bad. So yes, guys, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know your personal opinion down below in the comments. Until the next video, and goodbye.